gosh. How are you doing, Shelby?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous.
Good.
So, thank you for joining me. I was just trying to maneuver all my timers, letting you know I'm hitting the button to broadcast, the shares, all that great stuff. So, I'm going to look up here because my camera's up here, so I'm not looking down. But so, it's That Kimberly here today with Shelby, and I always mess up your last name, Shelby, so I'm going to let you tell everybody your last name because I need some practice. Everybody knows.
My last name is Jurca.
Jurca, okay. Wonderful. I love
Yes.
it. Now
Looks like Jurca, but it's Jurca.
Jurca like nurture. I like that. I can
Yes. Never heard that one before.
Yeah.
But that's a good way to remember it.
That's going to help me for sure. Not mess up your name. So I appreciate you jumping on live with me today and chatting a little bit about the conversation I've been having with lots of my friends.
Yes.
No matter what industry you're in, working from home.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're going to, talk about. But before we do that, tell me a little bit about your background so the audience knows about where you're from, if you want to talk about what school you graduated from, just a little background about yourself.
Okay. I grew up in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
A suburb of Dallas, Texas. I grew up in Coppell, Texas.
Ooh,
I went to school at Texas Tech.
Okay, go Raiders, right?
Go Red Raiders.
Go Red Raiders.
Went to school with Super Bowl champion Patrick Mahomes.
Look at that.
That's my claim to fame. Okay. And I got my degree in advertising and a minor in psychology. And for the past 3 years, I've been working with Camp Construction as their marketing coordinator.
Oh, that's awesome. So did you come right out of college into working with Camp?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Wow. So that's fun. So you didn't really know much about construction or multifamily. You just knew marketing, right?
No, I had no experience in construction, in anything like that. So it's been a learning process for sure.
Yeah. Well, it always is, and marketing is ever changing and evolving. So good for you for taking that leap. I have a marketing degree and nobody's ever asked to see my transcript. So I'm proud of you for having a marketing job. Tell me this, ongoing question. Like, did you ever work from home before now, or was this your first time?
The only time that I've ever worked from home is like if I was sick or if like something like that. I've never worked from home for an extended period of time. No.
Okay. So this is an adjustment for you, right?
For sure. Yes. It's very stir crazy.
For all of us.
Yes.
You're not the only one. So how long have you been technically working from home? Since
last Wednesday.
Okay, last Wednesday.
So not as much time as a lot of people.
Yeah.
So not as stir crazy as a lot of folks, but still getting there.
Yeah, for sure. So how did you adapt to, like, what did you have, since you have never, this was kind of new for you working from home.
Right.
What did you find, what were your, challenges, and how did you adapt to some of those, and what, that would be my first question to you.
Well, I find that one of the main challenges is that when I get home from work on a normal day, I go into full on like chill mode.
Okay.
And so one of the biggest challenges when I'm working from home is not to sink into chill mode. And so I find that having to be up and like, I don't have a desk in here yet, but having to be up and not just like sunken down like on the couch or in my bed or whatever is the most important thing. And getting up at a time that I would get up for work, as opposed to sleeping in, getting ready, having a normal like hygiene schedule.
It's very true.
It's very important.
Yeah.
In keeping yourself alert and keeping yourself from just completely becoming a vegetable while you're supposed to be working.
Well, and on the same note, I've worked from home majority of my career. I always found that I got more work done either on a plane or at home or in a hotel rather than in our office. But at the same time, I would almost overdo it and not like look up for air, look up to go, to eat or anything. So I had to find the balance of actually like still, getting up and getting dressed, because sometimes I'll work from home and not leave for 3 days. And my boyfriend's like, no, we got to get you out of the house. Like this, you cannot not leave. And now that I am not allowed to even just, do something, go to the grocery store, run errands, or go meet somebody for lunch, because those were my breaks, or go meet somebody for a happy hour, I get into it's easy to get caught up of, like being too overly honed in on everything from your work to news to everything else. So it's sanity on both sides. You're doing a great job for figuring that out, that you have to get up and get dressed and have a normal routine, because you can get, for those not used to it, need some adaptation and not going to sinking into, like you said, that was a good chill mode,
Yeah.
So, but you still need to be able to know when to chill, so that's good.
I agree.
How is so did you, what pieces of equipment or supplies did you have to get at home to make all this a little bit more possible for you?
Well, what I did was I took stuff home from work the day that I left.
Approved, right? You approved to take these things home, right?
Yes, I was approved to take these things home. No, I took obviously my work computer home, where all of my things are. My work planner home, which is what I live off of, so that I would know what projects I had going on.
Yeah.
And then notebooks that I had taken, and papers that I knew that I needed for the projects that I had coming up.
Yeah.
So those were the kinds of things that I took home. For me, I can do most everything on my computer that I have to do. So I didn't need anything extra.
Okay.
Just making sure my calls were routed to my phone if I got any calls.
That's important. Yeah, because sometimes we don't think about that. Like people don't have your cell phone number, so you need it to ring to your actual, forwarding to your actual cell phone without giving everybody your cell phone number, unless you want everybody to have your cell phone number. But, I don't know. I never minded it, but some people now that, sometimes I think people are better about cell phone etiquette, not calling you all the time on unless they
I think so too.
But at the same time, it's just a way of our business evolving, and it just is what it is, So, what about I know you have a puppy, or not a puppy. You have
I do.
You have a fur baby. How is that affected?
I do have a fur baby. She is very happy that I'm working from home.
I'm sure. A lot of fur babies are in the world.
Yes, I agree. She's very cuddly right now. Very wants to be Velcroed to my side nonstop.
Yeah. What kind of fur baby?
I'm sorry?
What kind of puppy?
She is a schnoodle, so she's half schnauzer and half poodle.
Okay.
All adorable.
Yeah.
And she has actually provided a lot of, you were talking earlier about how you have to get out of the house and you have to take yourself out of that situation for a second sometimes to clear your head.
Yeah.
Just taking her outside or just taking her for a walk has provided a lot of outlets to do that.
Yeah.
Because when I'm home, she has to go outside.
Yeah. Do you time the walks around your breaks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll usually take her for like a 10-minute walk or something like that. And it'll just give me time to go outside and clear my head. And I find that with marketing, you have to have some sort of way to bring creativity back in when you're so trapped in your own mind.
Yeah.
And so that walk is a very cathartic way to do that, I think, because you're out in actual, real life and you're not trapped in your own bubble and you're able to just kind of breathe and think of things.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's really helpful too.
Yeah, I don't have a fur baby. I wish I think now's a great time because I'm home more than I ever have been. Even though I travel for sure once a month to go see my mom, but I had dogs all up through probably until my 30s when it just wasn't fair to the animal. So the breaks that I take are like load the dishes or load. I don't fold. Oh, so I take this back. I load the dishes, but I don't put them up. I only take like household breaks on items that I won't get lost in, and my time won't be So I set a timer, and I'll go and load a load of laundry and take this other stuff in the dryer, and then leave it on the couch for my boyfriend to fold because him and I will fold it together, or he does it, but because I get lost in that, or I get lost in cleaning the kitchen. So it's only loading. So it's very mindful actions and timed for me. I would even do it when I was on the road. I would time myself, give myself 30 minutes to go into, if I was going to eat at like a Whole Foods or something like that might get me shiny penny and I'm looking at other things, 30 minutes, like go get my food. If I saw something else, if I got shiny penny, at least the alarm would set and go, okay, I got to get back in the car and get back to, what you're working. So, because you get lost in your time, it just flies so much.
Yes, I agree.
It definitely, that was very helpful. Do you find yourself working more or less? Not in, I mean, you work your 8 hours, but do you find yourself like, for instance, this is how I would wake up in the morning, and if I didn't do a morning routine of getting ready, then I was starting right at 6:30 or 7 in my pajamas, just hacking away. And sometimes I didn't even look up. I might run to the bathroom and get something to eat in my, in my refrigerator, but then I wouldn't until my boyfriend got home from work, or if it was, sometimes it wouldn't be 6 or 7 that I would stop working. So, what have you find? Have you found has happened to you in this just week and a half?
I think I find myself probably working maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Not too much, but probably a little bit more, just because I find that you have to, well, one, you have to over communicate, and there's so many different outlets that you have to take.
Yeah.
And follow-ups are very important at a time like this because you're away from everybody.
Yeah.
And so you're just communication. And so that just causes more work and things like that. So I would say, yeah, probably more than normal, for sure.
Yeah. And it's good that you're mindful about the that side of work-life balance. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it's something that you are your generation. Tell me how old you are again. I know you've told me before, but
I'm 24.
Okay, 24. So you're the same age as a lot of my nieces and my nephews, and they truly, I think your generation does a great job of working and having that balance of having fun at the same time, knowing how to have the balance. Because if you do all work, it definitely can drain your energy, your spirit. You got to be more mindful about, filling your cup back up. And that took me a long time to understand.
Yes.
And shutting off my brain, which sometimes doesn't work, but and if you go do other things, like you said, walk your dog, chill, whatever chill means to you, that's very important. So good for you for being mindful in that sense. But sometimes working from home can definitely lead people to work more, just because they don't realize the time how long it's been, how many hours that they've actually been on their computer or talking on the phone or whatever. So it's very important. Anything fun that you figured out since you've been working from home that you like?
Well, like you said before, my dog is here, and I love having her here. I love working alongside my dog. That's great. I've also found that it's not just important to communicate with the people that you work with at a time like this, but it's really important to over communicate with the people that you care. Not saying that you don't care about the people that you work with. Not saying that, but I mean like your loved ones and your friends and your family. So I find that I've communicated more with my friends and my family than I normally would, which is always fun. So that's been nice to just kind of catch up with my family and catch up with everybody, just because we're all in this situation right now.
Yeah. So you're staying home, right? Is that what you're telling me? That you're only going to the grocery store, but you're staying or walk for your dog?
Yes.
You're playing by the rules. Good.
I did hang out with a friend the other day, but it was brief.
Okay, and so you social distancing, or you were maybe at the grocery store, not at a bar, right?
Yes. Not at a bar, no.
Yeah. I say that because on the news this morning, they were talking about all the spring breakers who went to the beach and how they've been, how they had to put out, the information about that there are people getting COVID from ages, 15 to 40, that's the full gamut of people, not
right.
just older people, but young people too. And so they were talking about all the spring breakers that went to Florida. So I just thought throw that in, that you are a responsible 24-year-old.
I am responsible.
Awesome. That is. Is there anything else you want to share, in light of all what's, I'm happy to hear that you're talking to your family members and your friends more, because that's why I started doing this, because it's like I'm going stir crazy. I gotta, I've been talking to my friends, but I want to see them, and we're in the industry, we want to hug everybody, and I can't hug people, so, and text messaging can only go so far. I'm definitely a creature of needing to not always be around people, but I do enjoy connecting with my people and my industry.
Yeah, FaceTime has definitely been like my best friend for the past week.
Did you not normally FaceTime before?
I did. I actually did. Not near as much though.
Okay.
Probably once or twice a week, but now I'm doing it every day with at least 3 people.
Yeah.
Because it's the communication. I'm very much I'm a people person.
Yes.
I'm an introvert, so this is okay. But I'm a person that is an extroverted introvert, where I'm I need people.
Yeah.
I'm a homebody, but I need people.
No, I
agree. It's hard to not be around people.
Yes, for sure.
So.
Absolutely. And I definitely feel you. I'm an extrovert that just needs to recharge a little bit more now than I used to, and would rather be at home. But when I get that itch, I need to be out. I want to be talking or seeing my friends, my family, and but when I'm forced to do it is when it just is not. I have a hard time with it, for sure.
Yeah.
So this is my I guess my cheat sheet, my trick of still being able to connect with my people, and
for sure,
and just continue to stay connected, as well as leading by example. I saw Ellen getting interviewed, or she was interviewing people with her phone, just her phone, no makeup. Mm-hmm. Someone one day it was Portia, but then she had people on, Kevin Hart. It was so funny. If you get a chance to go watch that on her Instagram page, she's just doing it.
I love her.
Yeah, in 3 minutes, and that was like, oh my gosh. And just so many people are, being affected by this. If we could just bring them some sort of light, some sort of positivity, and just talking to each other is definitely helpful in that sense. And
yeah, and I'm a crazy music buff. And one of my favorite things that's going on right now is that all of these people on Instagram are having virtual concerts on their lives.
Yes.
And it is amazing.
It is.
And they're like doing them with each other. Like they're having two different people.
Yeah.
And some of my favorite people are just like collabing and hello. Are collabing, and they're just singing and having fun in the middle of this quarantine because and especially in Los Angeles, they're like very on hard lockdown right now. So all of those people are nowhere to go. John Mayer
did a concert the St. Patty's Day. I can see their name, but I can't say it right now. But they had them all over the news that they did this St. Patty's Day concert, from their studio, whatever. But definitely like sharing and talking on, going live, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn or YouTube, whatever your platform or preference is. That is definitely something that I'm also excited about, that like we can still connect and watch our favorite artists. I discovered a DJ that he's been going live and doing, mixes for like an hour, so just listening. And then just others, from Ellen to the broadcasters to, you name it. And I really feel that now's the time to keep us all uplifted and supported in whatever if it's a funny joke once a day, then that'll do it. Puppy routines by you and your fur baby, I think would be awesome. So
anybody need a smile?
That's awesome. Well, I really appreciate you, Shelby, for joining me. I don't want to take up any more of your time, but I do love that you were willing to jump on with me. My best friend,
of course,
and I visited yesterday about her being in the federal court system and having to work from home. So that's truly something that's different. I've had lots of people sign up for the next lives that will be coming up. So
awesome.
Tell folks if they want to reach out to you, how they can connect with you, since you'll have time at home to connect.
They can connect me via Facebook.
Okay.
It's just my name. It's right there. And then my Instagram is Show Me I'm Pretty.
Okay.
So yeah, you can reach out to me there.
I
LinkedIn, yes, you can reach me in LinkedIn too.
Yeah, awesome. They could also leave comments down below in this airing, and yeah, so I really, really appreciate you. And if you're having trouble from working from home, and Shelby's tips really resonated with you, or just that insight, please comment or share this with someone that who needs to know that first timers from home, it's gonna get better.
It is. It gets better. Just clear your head. Take time to clear your head.
Yes.
Over communicate and just talk to your loved ones and get a smile.
Yes, for sure. Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate you so much. And remember, everybody, stay tuned. Hoping to get these regularly scheduled, but there'll definitely be another one out soon. And spread that, love. Sharing is caring. And until next time, we'll see ya.
Stay safe.
Be safe. Bye, Shelby.
Bye.